Anyway, here's the model. All right, so I'll just go top to bottom here. Okay. Are you not wearing socks? What? I am wearing socks. Huh? Anyway. Huh? Oh, you're talking about my model? I mean, one leg is tights. So, I guess not. I didn't think about socks. Tits! We have, okay, so the first thing that I wanna, like, show, like, bring up, pinpoint, is the fact that my hair is a different color. I decided when we were going through this process, I was like, do I want to change the hair? And I was like, I kind of don't want to change the hair. The hair is kind of like my iconic thing, right? I mean, obviously, the split hair would stay, but I wasn't sure if I should change the cut or color or whatever. But you'll notice that I did change the purple a little bit, because we had some, like, other, like, lighter purples around, and I felt like it was, I don't know, clashing or something. Like, it didn't look right. You know what I mean? The hair wasn't popping as much as the rest of the outfit was. So I was like, maybe I changed the color just a little bit. So I did go more of like a bluish purple rather than like the purple that I have on right now, which is more of like a reddish pale purple. So that's the first thing that I wanted to pinpoint, because I don't know, like, I know it's not obvious until you really compare it, but I did go a little bit of a different color. It's very, very deep purple now. The second thing that I changed was the eyes. If you recall, my eyes right now, not on this model, but on the other one, you'll see some similarities, but then, like, some differences too, which I find kind of interesting. Okay. So, current model, like I said, hair color is a little bit different. This was kind of the original color. I think I kind of prefer this, like, deeper color. Very, very stark, very, very colorful, very bam, very wow. Also, the eyes, people never got my eyes right. Like, I would get a commission and people would make them green, they would make them purple. Sometimes they would do the purple into the green, like what they are, because they are technically like a gradient, and then they've got like a little green bubble. But technically they're like more of like a gradient purple to green. But instead of doing that, like, yeah, I mean, in the middle, like where it meets, they're kind of silvery. But technically it's supposed to be a gradient. I think that's where we got a little lost. Because when I first like commissioned my very first model, I think it was more obvious, the green to the purple. In this one, it's green to purple, but it's like not as obvious. Which again, it's not really like, it's not on the artist necessarily. I could have changed it. I liked the sort of grayish color. But I think it got really confusing as to what my eye color actually was. So, instead, we're going for straight green. And I can't really show it off. Because obviously this is not rigged. But when this gets rigged, there's going to be little flecks in here of kind of like a holographic like color. And it's going to like move. It's going to kind of like shimmer in the eye. And I wanted it to match sort of like the holographic that's on the jacket. So that was kind of the plan for that. Like it's gonna, like, all these little bits of color you see in here are gonna be like really shimmery and shiny. I think everything with this new model has more contrast for sure. And I think that really just comes down to like the style. I mean, I think my artist, like, we went a little more pop with the Cyberpunk outfit, but her colors are more muted, whereas I would say Rimuu's colors, I mean, I definitely wanted them to pop more. I wanted this to be very vibrant and like in your face and like memorable. So that's kind of where where we were going with that. There are no eye boogers. But yeah, kept the tooth, of course. I actually, another thing I changed. A lot of people don't know this, but I do actually have pointed ears on my current model, but you don't see them because of my hair. They're little tiny pointed ears. Since I'm a half elf, I didn't want to make them super pronounced. I didn't want them to be like, ba-bam, elf ears, you know what I mean? But no one ever sees them. And so I told my artist this time around, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make them a little more pointy. At the very least, just to get them out of the hair, you know, so you can actually see them. But also, we added, like, the earrings, which I think looks sick. So I was like, yeah, like, let's make them bigger. Let's make them more pronounced. Let's make them stick out. And then now we can also, like, accessorize with, like, the earrings and stuff. So that was also kind of like the plan for that. Obviously still got the tooth. Had to get the tooth in there. I liked the little X on the hair barrettes. I kept that in there. You guys can get a close up of the necklaces. The necklaces. Super cool. We went through a bunch of different iterations, but one of the things I like a lot is this little dagger one. I think that's super cool. Dog tags were mostly from the sort of like army route that I was going with, because we have this rig, and I told her I wanted to have like Cyberpunk, but I also wanted to make it a little more like military, I guess. So we went with the dog tags, and then of course we got the dagger. I think the dagger is sick. It used to be just like a jewel thing, and then I was like, what if we made it a dagger? So that's where we went with that. But yeah, we got the rig. That is a rig. This is a nice like mesh piece here. I'm gonna keep zooming in on that. I'm not sure. I swear to God, I am not trying to zoom into the boobs. Yeah, more tactical. For sure. That was kind of the vibe that I wanted to go with, but we still wanted to keep it a little more punk. So yeah, and we kind of have these like sort of, you know, belts and stuff, the white belts going throughout the whole thing. Let's see, up here's the holographic jacket, like I said. I'm hoping to maybe make this shimmer a little bit and kind of like, you know, shine. Possibly. That's probably going to be up to my rigger to see. Rig specialist. Since you guys have such a problem with the word, we're gonna try to make this shiny. And that's the inside of the jacket. You also see kind of like more holographic stuff on like the lapel here. You got like some leather here. I really liked these flowers on the sleeves. And maybe a little nod to Arcane with this one, because as you guys know, I love Arcane and I love Vi, and I thought it would be really cool to have some hand wraps. It's also a little reminiscent of, I believe it was the assassin from Fate Apocrypha, who also had like the hand wraps and stuff. Originally I thought I would do wraps like in more places. I even considered doing wraps like along the boobs and stuff and like wrapping up the boobs, but then I was like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to make it look like I'm a mummy. So instead I just kept them on the hands, just as kind of like a brawler thing. Kind of get your hands dirty, but like not full on like gloves. So that's kind of where I went with that. But a little bit, yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I'll show you actually, because I have a reference from my second model. Let me look at my reference sheets. Where? When I was looking up references, I think she only came up as Assassin of Black and Fate Apocrypha. This is kind of what this is basically what I send artists whenever I'm getting art made. Is kind of like my references and stuff. But I like that she had like the wraps. Hers go all the way up the arm. But yeah, I've not seen the show. I just like when I was looking up like assassins and stuff. This is what popped up. But yeah, I thought she looked really cool. So that was one of my references for my second model actually. But yeah, I mean I don't know anything about her past that, but I really liked her little wrappings around her arms. I thought they were pretty sick. So yeah, and then we got the oh wait, is that a well, that might be an oopsie boopsie. Oh well. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. That's okay. These are literally just the PNGs, but we have the whole like Photoshop file and whatnot, but they look better in the PNGs. I added the flannel because you guys probably don't know this because you don't see me myself a lot, but I love flannel. I'm constantly wearing flannel. Like, it doesn't really matter if it's like summer, spring, fall, whenever, constantly wearing flannel. So I wanted to incorporate that somewhere. And we added some fun like little tears and rips to it, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of like a garter belt here, which I can show you on this one. It is connected to the gun. Gun and knife over here. So we got we got this white garter over here with the gun, and then we have this strap over here with the knife. I mean, I am lesbian and straight and everything else. So it's not wrong. I love flannel. I have so many flannel. I wear them all the time. I wear them with everything. I love flannel. Bring Yor back, bro, right? Yor was a big inspiration for my second model, for sure. This model, actually, let me see if I can pull up the references, because I think you guys might enjoy these too. Yeah, okay, here we go. You guys can get a little like inside baseball into like what the way that I commission these things. So this is the reference sheet that I used for this current model. Obviously, we had to get some like Cyberpunk 2077 in there. Also, lots of Nikke inspiration. This is one of the characters from Nikke. These two characters are from Stranova, actually. And we got Bernice. I like her shit too. I actually thought about getting like a tube top situation, but then we went tube top, and then we decided to do the rips on the tube top. But yeah, obviously got the chunky boots and all that. I thought about doing a harness with guns, but then we ended up doing it on the strap instead. But as you can see, lots of cyberpunk type stuff, lots of like just punk, just leather, all that shit. Oh, and she's got the wraps and stuff too. So that all of it kind of goes together. But I liked, I don't remember who this character was, Rose or something. I can't remember. She was probably my main inspiration, as you can probably tell from the jacket. Very strappy with the padded and everything else. Yeah. Crow, sorry. I think I'm thinking of Rose something from someone else. Yeah, big time. The rips and the leggings and everything. For sure. I mean, I didn't want to do like dead ass the same jacket. We changed it up a little bit, but I do like her jacket a lot. With the added effect of I wanted it to be very like colorful and holographic. Yeah. Like I said, I really enjoy the Nikke designs, so I'm excited to like use one as like an inspiration, because it's kind of like a nod to them. Even if I don't play Nikke, it's still really good designs, so But yeah, so that, like I said, that's kind of the inspiration for the ripped up leggings and everything else. Obviously, we got the big chunky boot. Yeah. Now, on this one, since we have the jacket off, I wanted to show off the tattoos. I still have a little bit of a secret that I have not exposed yet, but I will whenever I debut this. You guys will see another fun thing. But these are my new tattoos. I of course kept the flowers on the right side on the bicep. But I decided to go and do kind of like a flowers and thorns all up and down the arms, kind of going into like the neck. I thought that would be really sick looking. And it turned out really, really well. But I still got some I got some fun surprises. I came back to crotch on my screen. You're welcome. So I won't give away everything just yet, but that is pretty much the model. Oh, I have a way to toggle off the plaid too, but I don't know if I'll be using that as much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All I'm saying is I have plans for Art of Reb now again. Yippee! I love fan art. Yeah, at some point, I will get you guys a ref sheet, and I'll post the ref sheet. I haven't made it yet, but at some point we'll get the ref sheet going, and then that way, you know, I can send that to artists and stuff. Right now, I've kind of been just sending them, like, the PNGs and stuff. But, yeah, I'll make an actual ref sheet here soon, now that she's, like, officially debuted. There's a meme in the Nikke community that says certain Nikke is a racist because of an oopsie on a tweet. Oh, shit. Yes, exactly. Stompies, exactly. But yeah, I'm so fucking stoked for how this turned out. Like I said, this is the same artist that Snooty and Lissa both used. I knew as soon as I saw their models, I was like, yep, I think I want to get mine done by her. And funny enough, one of the biggest reasons was because I thought she did boobs really well. I was like, oh my god, Snooty's boobs look amazing. So now my boobs look amazing. She knocked it out of the park. For sure. I mean, we went back and forth on so many things. I mean, I showed you guys the reference, but even that, like, I wasn't sure exactly what this looked like. I did not get this design done by, like, a designer. I kind of just threw references at her, and then we just made it work. We put things on, we took them away, we just kind of went back and forth on stuff. And this is kind of what turned out. I know I recognize that titty rendering. What can I say? Like, honest to God, like, I'm not even joking. That she just does a really good boob. I don't know. I mean, I like my boobs on my other models too, but like, she just did a really good boob. No joke. Oh god, okay, hold on. Okay. I just remembered, I should probably hide my Twitter just in case, because sometimes people like to throw boobs in there. Not my artist, though. This is my artist. Rimuurin on Twitter, if you want to check out her stuff. The new model's my favorite, tell me. Yeah! Yeah, I mean, Jesus, like, when we were designing just the body, I was like, okay, obviously legs for days, but like, yeah, I wanted to show off some skin. I know I know that people have been like, why are you taking more and more clothes off of your model? And like, yeah, okay, so, okay, yes, I am, but I mean, look how good it looks though. She just like renders skin so well. There's just such good skin. Like, yeah, like, why not? I mean, in before, you know, Twitch bans this sort of thing, that would fucking suck. But, I mean, so far, they just banned, like, open hips. So, my hips are covered. And my hips and my nips are covered, so, and I got the jacket. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, we'll see. I don't think we're gonna have any issues, but I don't know. I was just like, why not? I know so many people who have like all the skin showing on their models, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to up the sex appeal a little bit, you know? Just a little. My models right now are pretty sexy, but like I wanted to push it, man. I want to just be like, yeah, dude, like my model's fucking hot. I want to be hot. One day we might actually get a new model for Fansly. I won't say anything. Those hips do be lying though. It's because they're hidden. It's because they're sneaky. On my canvas is a different story. The phrase "such good skin's been on." I'm just saying, she just does a good job of skin. You gotta respect it. Like she knows how to make really good looking skin. That was one of the big reasons why I hired her. When your boots isn't tied? Yeah, that was actually my my idea. I was like, what if we kind of like unlaced one of the tops? I didn't even realize this at first, but like this is a very asymmetrical model. Like obviously the hair, but then we got like the leggings and the different straps, and then now we got the laced up and not laced up, and I don't know. I think it just works, you know? I mean, if I'm a rebel, you know? I think it should go against like all of the norms. You know what I mean? It's a bit tame. It's I mean, for Twitch, yeah, I've seen plenty of models have even more skin than this. But I was like, and keep in mind too, you're only really gonna see maybe like hips up, you know? Like you're never gonna see the full thing unless like I'm in the jar or whatever. That's the unfortunate bit about it, is that no one's ever really gonna see my legs. But yeah, it'll be, you know, it'll be kind of like probably like that whenever I stream, you know? About like that. See a little tum, see a little bit of the jacket. See to be covered was high school. I know, it's so stupid. Yeah, they made a new rule that your hips have to be covered. Like you can't have like exposed hips. I mean, obviously you can't show nudity, but yeah, now they're cracking down on the hips for some reason. I don't know. There was a whole issue with certain models, I guess. I don't know. Stupid. But yeah, that's her. She's party. When we cosplay this model, the smart one. One thing I thought about maybe commissioning was some glasses. Get some glasses. I don't know. I may still. Depends. I do got my other glasses. I do like looking smart. Am I the weird one who likes symmetry? No, I actually do prefer symmetry, but I feel like when it comes to art like this, you'd want to be different. You want to like stand out. And I've noticed a trend with a lot of models, with a lot of like in-game art, with a lot of like just real life fashion, whatever, that like doing, you know, like two different kinds of like tights and, you know, combining different patterns and stuff. It's very big. And so I was like, I wanted to make it visually interesting so it's not so samey, you know? Like for instance, I love my dress and I love my little like, you know, jacket and all that, but it is pretty much like a one note all the way down. I just wanted things to look a little different, make it like it kind of makes it to where your eye is traveling across the whole thing to see it all, you know? Like you don't just fill in the blinks. There's like a little detail everywhere. Like little leather strap over the holographic strap, over the material straps, over, you know, like it's just everything. It's even nail polish. I mean, I just wanted to have as many little details as possible, because then you're less likely of being compared to someone else, and it just looks unique. I wanted this to be as unique as possible. Like, no one else has got this going on. Plenty of people can have, like, dresses or, you know, jackets or whatever. People can be cyberpunky. I don't know. I just wanted, a lot. I know a lot of people who are, like, you know, a little more tactical. I just wanted to take a bunch of those elements and then throw them in and try to get them to kind of work. And I think it does. I think it does come together pretty cohesively. It is just a mishmash of a lot of different things, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it just being very visually interesting, so you're just always looking at, like, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Just even the littlest details that probably someone will never ever see. But that's okay, because I know they're there. Don't summon the nail weirdo here. Right? Jesus. All I see is boob. Boob! The nice boobs! I went to the boob lady. She gave me nice boobs. I said, give me nice boobs, lady. And she said, okie dokie. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. I'm super stoked about it, though, man. Very tit-tacular. I'm just so excited. I just want it, dude. I just want it. I want it now.